Welcome back to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into something that has quickly gone from total science fiction to a massive everyday reality for businesses. We're talking about deepfakes. Specifically, we're going to break down how a company called Reality Defender is building a literal, enterprise-grade shield against this escalating threat, using their product known as Real API. If you've been anywhere near the news lately, you know this tech is moving crazy fast. So let's jump right in and see exactly how this defense mechanism actually works.
Seriously, just think about this for a second. How can your company truly trust the audio or video on your very next critical conference call? Like, for the longest time, deepfakes were just, internet memes, maybe pasting a celebrity's face onto a movie character for a laugh. But today they represent a severe, highly targeted business risk. It's no longer just spotting a weird glitch on social media. It's about asking yourself how you can be absolutely 100% certain who is on the other end of the line before you authorize a major wire transfer or before you hand over sensitive corporate data.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the deepfake business threat. Second, enter Reality Defender. Third, how Reality API actually works. Fourth, the ensemble system explained. Fifth, pricing and practical deployment. And finally, verifying reality at scale. Let's get to it. Section 1, the deepfake business threat, where synthetic media creates severe business risk. Okay, we really need to pivot our focus away from those fun consumer AI apps and look directly at the active vulnerabilities in enterprise workflows. Because bad actors, they aren't just making fake videos for fun anymore. They are actively using manipulated voices and images to completely bypass identity and access verification systems. I mean, just imagine a contact center agent getting a call that sounds exactly like the CEO, authorizing an urgent wire transfer. And that's not hypothetical. That exact scenario has already cost real companies millions of dollars in literally a matter of minutes. From securing content verification to your internal video conferencing, these are the critical workflows where deepfakes are being weaponized right now for impersonation and phishing.
All right, Section 2. Enter Reality Defender. Defending reality with award-winning deepfake detection.
So, as this threat has blown up, Reality Defender has really emerged as a major answer to the problem. They even won the prestigious Most Innovative Startup Award at the RSA conference. And on top of that, a recent Gartner report actually named Reality Defender a market shaper in deepfake detection. Why does that matter? Well, it proves we aren't just looking at some experimental novelty tool here. This level of validation means it's a serious, enterprise-ready solution that's fully capable of tackling the massive threats we just talked about. Section 3. How Real API actually works. Enterprise-grade deepfake detection in just 2 lines of code. You know what's really fascinating here? It's the stark contrast between how complex this AI threat is and how incredibly simple the integration is. Implementing those 2 lines of code takes less time than ordering your morning coffee. It is literally just a 4-step workflow. First, you generate your API key. Second, you add detection to your app. And you can do this using standard HTTPS requests or SDKs for languages like Python, Java, or Go. Third, securely upload the media file. And fourth, you just retrieve your structured JSON results. That's it. Within minutes, a developer can set up a system where they upload a file and immediately get clear manipulation probability scores. It's totally built for fast, frictionless integration. Moving on to Section 4, the ensemble system explained. How the underlying AI actually catches deepfakes. Now, while the API wrapper is super simple, we really need to peek under the hood for a second. Reality Defender doesn't just rely on one single algorithm to do the heavy lifting. They use what's called an ensemble system. Basically, this is a security architecture that combines multiple, independently trained detection models that cross-validate each other's results. Think of it like a highly secure building. You wouldn't just rely on one single guard checking IDs at the front door, right? No. You'd want a whole diverse team of independent security experts, one checking the ID's hologram, another running the database, and maybe a third observing behavioral cues. If one method misses a sneaky, newly evolved AI trick, the others are there to catch it. This continuous cross-validation is exactly how they stay ahead of rapidly evolving manipulation techniques. Section 5. Pricing and practical deployment. Finding the right scale for your specific application. Now, you might be sitting there wondering, okay, but is this only for massive Fortune 500 corporations? Actually, no.
There's a completely free tier that gives developers 50 scans a month to trial the API for image and audio analysis. But if you step up to the $399 a year business tier, that unlocks 1,000 scans, video analysis, and what they call explainability results. These are really cool. They're indicators that actually highlight exactly where and how a piece of content was altered. And for massive scale, the custom enterprise tier offers incredibly robust security options. We're talking unlimited seats and even air-gapped or on-premises deployments for highly sensitive environments like government agencies or major banks. So whether you're a lone developer hacking together a prototype or a multinational institution, there is a clear, scalable path forward for you.
Finally, Section 6, Verifying Reality at Scale. Total confidence in every digital interaction. All right, so we've looked at the threat and we've broken down the technology. Now let's look at a real-world application. Check out this quote from Mike Eel, the CEO of Secured Signing. He says, "By partnering with RD, our Realify product ensures every online meeting attendee is real, bringing total confidence to every digital signature and notarization." That is huge. In a field like digital notarization, your entire business model literally relies on absolute trust and identity verification. By embedding Real RD, they've completely automated that trust. They've taken all the guesswork out of a mission-critical workflow.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Is your enterprise prepared to automate the verification of reality before your very next critical interaction? Verifying reality is no longer a manual guessing game, and it's definitely not science fiction anymore. It is a highly scalable, automatable process that modern businesses absolutely must adopt to survive today's threat landscape. The technology is here, it's accessible, and it can be up and running in minutes. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into Reality Defender, and I'll see you